is the Share Data Futures Energy Daily Dashboard range slide video. The range slide can be accessed from the range slide button in the top right. On the far left, we see the time scale for the slides data series, which goes back to 2014. The next table we see is the weekday range selector. The table on the far right here, the top far right, shows the average of the range amplitude by time based on the day selected. With no selection, it provides an average of all the specific days series. With the specific days selected, one can scroll through the information and determine what the amplitudes look like for that specific day's behavior. With all of the graphs that we've noted in other videos, they are interactive. You can click the drill up and you can get the same information by date rather than by the time. So these are 30-minute time segments, but the data can be toggled to see the days range as well. On the bottom left, we have the range frequency table. This is providing information regarding the London and New York and weekly average range amplitudes, their first and second standard deviation amplitudes. In addition to that, it shows you on a rolling monthly basis how many, in the case of London and New York, how many of the sessions have exceeded these amplitudes, less than the average daily range in this particular case, greater than, and then the others for the first and second show the number of sessions that have exceeded these amplitudes. The same data is available for the weekly range amplitude. This would be provided on a rolling quarterly basis. And finally, the frequency is showing you the number of sessions in a graphical interface, either that didn't exceed or did exceed in the case of the average daily range amplitude. In the middle, we see the WTI weekly range. This simply plots the weekly range amplitude along with the weekly closing price for WTI. When you scroll on any particular week, you can see the max and the min prices provided for that week, the weekly range, and the weekly percentage move, amplitude move that range constituted. Finally, we have average close by time in the bottom right. This provides you the average closing price and also a curve, if you will, within the intraday context. When you click on different particular days of the week, you can see certain curves that tend to occur given the day of the week. The Wednesdays over this period, for example, you tend to see the rallies occur later in the session. The Friday, similar behavior. A Thursday is an example, typically sell side activity occurring into the noon time frame based on U.S. Central Time again.